Behind bars, Mike, series. Right, so fucking here we are.
Get it.
We're rolling.
Right,
What we saying?
what's happening, boys? So,
What's good?
not much. We're blessed with the presence of Don Tony today.
Instagram's there, straight up.
On Sony 09, PlayStation 3.
Fuck, mate. This episode hopefully was going to reminisce some old school memories and that. And you started it off mega there, just Don Tony 03. Oh no, fuck's sake. PlayStation days, yeah.
Nah, I'd say straight up, sorry to cut you, I'd say before we even get into the memories, let's just give a bit of context to the people who might not know Antonio first and foremost, you know what I mean? I'd say straight up, we've both known you for a long time. Both know you went to school, you two went to school, and we were next door neighbours for a while, weren't we, years ago? Fucking, but yeah, that's pretty much it. We're pretty much just old friends. That's literally it. That's literally it. And he's a storyteller.
Done some mad runs with our kid over there. Been through some crazy times.
Oh yeah.
Standing behind the camera.
Yeah, and him there, pumping away. And what we might touch into on this episode. Obviously, say what we can. It's probably legal and that.
Yeah,
we don't want to be
what
all.
we can. That's the bit PG.
Yeah, as much PG as we can. I'm sure.
No names.
No names.
Yeah,
no
it's
names.
strictly a no snitching episode.
Nah.
There's no snitching.
Thing is,
That's
like I say, if it is like, especially we were All Saints. If you're watching from All Saints and we say some of the things, you're gonna know who you are anyway, because you know us and we know you.
All Saints is the school that these two went to. Added context, because there's people who watch it who aren't from around here. Do you know what I mean?
We were meant to have Jack having a guest on, but
Yeah. So for added context, there was supposed to be two guests on today. So Antonio and Will went to the same school, and then there was going to be a lad who went to my school, and our schools. You know, it's all love now, but back in the day, it was they were enemies, wasn't they? They're enemies, enemies. You know what I mean?
all haters at Aston, mate.
I just want to put something out there. I remember a couple of episodes ago, Will said that there was a chance that a baked potato got thrown. And I just want to say I was an eyewitness to that. And I can confirm it was a baked potato.
Yeah, it was.
Baked potatoes getting dashed through fucking bus windows.
Mate, Chuck Liddell, he's a goal. He's someone we need on here, yeah. And I know he watches him as well because he always messages me. So, Jack, when you're back in the bits, mate, DM me, innit? You know what I mean? And he will, I know.
But I know that production staff Jord, has prepared a selection of questions to go through. Or you was going to ask questions?
Yeah, I was going to ask some questions, yeah. So we'll start with this. So, when did you first meet Antonio? Like, what age, what year, and then your first memory of him type thing?
I mean, obviously, we went to the same school till year 7, we met. Do you know what, yeah? I was, before I come today, yeah, I found my year 7 journal, right? Journal, near. And I should have brought it, but I forgot it, yeah. And on the back of that journal, I had all the names of like, the lads who I was close with, like, first year. So, like, even you weren't on it, Jane, you weren't on it, but Benito was on it, and, like, Eggfern and all the other goats, yeah.
Before.
Yeah, like, all the other goats. So I think I knew Benito before you, but obviously I knew you were Benito's cousin, so.
But
we're mates, innit?
we you came ducky training, didn't you? But
Yeah,
you
but
didn't get on.
that. Oh, that was bangers, that. Nah, I can remember that, and actually pictures. But that was before year 7, that, innit? That was a bit before.
I think it was year 8 that we all got put in the same class.
Yeah.
Me, Jordan.
Yeah, what a
Luke.
Eggfern.
Who else was in it?
Andy Robinson,
Aidan
O'Donnell,
Greg O'Donnell,
T-Sang, Toyo, everyone.
Oh, I saw T-Sang together, didn't I? Do you remember when I said I was saying about it, word T-Sang?
Oh.
Nah, I'll be real, yeah. As somewhat of an outsider, yeah, you went to the rival school. So we went to a school in a little place called Duckingfield, yeah, where a lot of the boys live now. I never grew up in Duckingfield. Although I did, I went to school in there. I've got fond memories of the place, yeah, from over the years. But I'd say, straight up, the All Saints, it had more characters than my school. Do you know what I mean? In terms of like individual characters. Don't get me wrong, like low key there were some big characters at my school, yeah. But some of the stories that I've heard through the grapevine over the years, yeah, there was some serious characters that went to All Saints, yeah. So one thing that I want to ask you two, yeah, bearing in mind, again, I think it's important that we try and give as much added context to the people that don't know our area and whatnot, so people actually stay tuned in, because we need to be careful that people might just get looped into not knowing what's what everyone's talking about. Do you know what I mean?
So you want to know who we thought were some of the biggest characters at our school?
So yeah, I think yeah. So I'd say first of all,
Top five.
so I'd say first of all, if I was to like ask something about school, I think everyone can relate to the fact that yeah, it was a public school, yeah, and we both, all three of us, went to pretty shit schools in terms of like results and like the actual
academic,
the actual standard of the school. Like yeah, we easily went to like two of, well, for example, like my school, it's not even open anymore.
I think All Saints was the worst.
Yeah, it was.
I think ours was top 5% like worst in terms of like.
It was in Manchester Evening News like top 10 worst schools in the country or 100. I think it was academics and like obviously kids being dickheads and that. So yeah, no man. What do you want to know?
So as in like I want to go into like, do you remember your first day at school? Both. We'll go through it, yeah. But like, well, what was your first day like at school? Can you remember it?
Do you know what? Yeah, my memory is fried, right? Because all the colour to the brain's giving me dementia and that. But I know my first memory. Yeah. It was an induction day, yeah, and me and Joe Schofield linked up and walked to school, yeah, and I met like Megan, Aaron, Jack Woolmer, and we all met up, yeah. Beaver Boy, yeah. We all met up and walked to school, right? And when I got there, me and Joe Schofield, looking for everyone else in year 6 in my year, we couldn't find anyone yet. I'm like, what's going on? We're all sat in the dinner hall on like the first day, like waiting around. I was like, where the fuck is everyone? And then all my school comes in like one big group, and we were meant to go to our primary school and all come down together. And me and him just walked straight up. And the head teacher at the time, I can't remember who it was actually, but whoever was head teacher in year 7 called us in and fucking bollocked us, absolutely bollocked us, because we delayed the whole day by like half an hour. So that was my first. I remember getting in shit first time I've ever been there, flapping it like, oh my god. And Joe was like, yeah, fuck it. I'm like, shout out Joe, I will be watching as well.
What was yours?
Mate, I couldn't tell you. Honest to God, I couldn't tell you. I think year 7 for me. I think from my primary school, not many people came to All Saints. A few went to Walder.
Some big characters on.
Yeah.
Ali D.
Big HD.
Slam dunk
Bad definition. Yeah, I can't remember, mate. To be honest with you, year 7 was a bit of a blur. I think I was mainly in a class without all these. I was with Bobby. Shout out Bobby if you're watching, pal. Yeah, I think it got real when we went to year 8, didn't it?
Yeah, that's when it levelled up a bit, didn't it? Really, when things started getting good. What about you? Do you remember your first?
My first experience, yeah. You know what? Yeah, I just fucking realised, then, yeah. I should have asked Liam to come on. Liam would have been perfect for school memories. Liam, yeah. He watches the pod, I think, yeah, and I'm pretty sure he'll watch this one. I grew up with Liam, yeah, and he was like my best mate growing up from like kids and that. I mean, he was the year above us at school, so he's older than us. But so he was in year 8. Well, we was in year 7, right? But I remember my first day, the induction day. Obviously, I used to knock about on the estate with Liam and that, and I went in school and met him, and he was buzzing and all that. Like, it was like fucking about or whatever. And obviously, like as the induction day, you had to like fucking obviously walk around with your class and look with the teachers and all, look round and get a tour of the school and all that. And I remember it was lunchtime or whatever, and Liam were like, fuck that off, come walk the corridors with me and the lads and that on the induction day. So he just ended up walking round, I just ended up fucking it off and walking around the corridors with Liam, and then my teacher from school caught me, from primary school caught me and bollocked me. So I weren't allowed to, but the funniest bit was, yeah, he used to, I can't remember his name for the life of me, yeah. But Liam were like, yeah, what I need to do is, yeah, there was like, fuck it, he was called Callum Summer. He went, we need you to punch his arm as hard as you can. Straight up, it's like, punch his arm as hard as you can, yeah. He went, just punch him, and everyone's going, yeah, just punch his arm. He was stood there like going, yeah, just punch me, just punch me. So that was my first memory, yeah, I was forced into fucking punching some guy in the arm as hard as I possibly could, and that was literally it. But
sick kid.
But yeah, I remember like my first day at school, there was literally me and one other lad from primary school that went. I don't knock about with the guy from primary anymore, but yeah, it was literally me and him, straight up. Daniel, you're probably not watching, you don't follow us around, but yeah, that was it really.
I mean, me thinking back to year 7, like, I'm trying to think of like a general thing for anybody if they don't like know us or like go to our schools. Like year 7 when it started off, like even like the scran used to get like pancakes and fucking waffles and that. And then they used to always have like they used to bring out a little tray, little Charlie Lucas and that, like apple ones and all that shit. And then,
Lucasades?
Yeah.
You sold Lucasades at your school?
that's illegal.
Illegally.
They got in shit for it.
Yeah, and then the year after they've stopped doing it. I think they did it. In
Do you remember Suso's?
Is there them pots of pasta?
No. Yeah, we had the Pasta King pots. Yeah, but remember the cans of Suso?
Yeah.
Do you remember them?
Bro,
Do you
We
remember
had
cans of
Minute
Suso?
Maid.
Minute Maids. Bro, we had pasta fucking plots, yeah. They used to get launched about everywhere. Yeah. You used to see all them empty shells of them all over the fucking courtyard.
I remember when, here's the first story, when Will was eating his, what was it? Was it a cheese on toast?
Oh, yeah!
Was it a sausage butter?
No, it was a cheese on
He was
toast.
being cocky as fuck eating it. And as he got to his mouth, I just slapped it out of his hand.
I livid, mate. That's actually pissed me off when you bring that up, because that was I can remember it turned out. And I was like, hopefully it lands fucking toast side up so it's sweet. And it landed cheese side down, and I was like, oh, I can't eat that now. But
Pubes all over it.
that's what I mean. The scrams you used to have in school are actually bad, you know. I used to love them, mate. Like the pancakes and that, and like the waffles and them
Breakfast, loads of
packets.
toast, sausage,
Yeah,
bacon,
it was alright till fucking Jamie Oliver took over. Did all your scrams get... Because do you remember when Jamie Oliver took over like the thing with the government and changed all the scrams? We had the baddest scrams ever, like the little circle pizzas we had. Do you remember them? Do you remember them? And me and TTS, yeah, used to get on dinner, yeah, because we were both shit at footy. So we never used to play footy on the Astro, right? So we used to sit on this like grass verge, yeah, with these circle pizzas and these paninis, and they were bad.
Yeah.
And then like year 8, year 9, it all swaps and started Jamie Oliver's, all his healthy shit came into play.
Yeah, Jamie Oliver changed the game for fucking schools, yeah.
Yeah, it's another Jamie Oliver.
Bad prick.
They rep the ones in primary, and that's what I remember about him.
I can't
Because
remember.
the ones in primary for me were
Elite scrams.
Top
What kind did you go?
St Paul's in Newton.
I can't remember what I had to scram in school.
But yeah, I used to just get a Lucasade and a pack of Chewits or something.
Yeah, Kit Kat of Doyle.
I think in year 7, obviously I'd not earned my stripes yet, so I was getting had over, paying like £2 for like £2 for like an arrow.
See, that's another one as well, isn't it? Like the amount of kids who used to sell in school.
Yeah.
Like you see, I can remember seeing that thing in the news. Remember time ago about that lad who fucking sold in school and is like now an entrepreneur and that. And he
Yeah, I've seen
fucking,
that.
Doyle snitched on me.
Did he?
Doyle, I know you're watching this, mate. You snitched on me. I know it, pal. I know it. I used to go to Farm Foods, right, and used to...
The big multi-packs.
You know the big Galaxy bars that used to sell for
Oh,
a quid in
yeah,
the shops and that? I used to get 23 for £7. Right?
Mate, that's
and
a fucking deal, that,
They
mate.
used to come out with the boxes of them that come straight out of the factory, like 3 boxes of them like that. Me and Jack King used to go down, and then obviously I used to come into school, bag full of just big slabs of chocolate, heavy as fuck bag, and then I remember everyone was buying off me one day, and Doyle still had loads of stuff left and he was moaning. And then coincidentally, about an hour later, someone grabbed me from class. Right, open your bag. I was like, oh no, they're for dinner. 23 Galaxies. He was like, where'd you get them from? I was like, oh, I can't remember. If you want to play it that way, you'll get kicked out of school. Like, you're putting the dinner ladies out of a job. And then Mr. Cassell started giving them out to all the kids for being
Yeah. Shit, mate.
He was like, I'll give you one back a day so I know you're not going to sell it.
Just for your lunch.
And I used to get Lewis to sell for me.
Oh,
Give him like £3 a day, and then he started getting a bit confident, started asking for more. Asking for a £5 a day.
Clip round here and I'll sort that out.
Trying to make a living out of it.
So was Doyle. And then you grassed on you. Fucking snake.
Dog eat dog world, Will.
It is, yeah, to be fair, mate. And that's
Only the strongest survive, pal.
in that selling game, you know, it is, don't you? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but anyway, so yeah, take it back to Jordan's original question, yeah, when did you two first start knocking about with each other at school, yeah, what's like the first funny thing that happened?
Do you know what,
To this day, I don't know how it happened. It was me, Jordan, Will, Matt, yeah, me, Jordan, Will, Luke Redfern, and possibly Jack Littlemore or Kyle. And then I think we for some reason, somehow the idea come to get eggs. So we went.
Kyle Wilkinson, weren't it?
I don't know. We went in what's that shop called? Is it Connie Way?
Yeah, Connie Way shop.
We went in Bargain Booze on Connie
Oh,
Way. We bought about
Yeah,
I think we got about 80 eggs. It weren't many for the time.
Each got a bit for themselves.
We just walked down that road on Concord Way where there's loads of houses.
Do you know what? Yeah, I swear I've mentioned this on the pod before. Iconic Run.
Luke, no, was it? What's he called? Luke Woods used to live on the
Oh
road.
yeah. Luke Woods, yeah.
He absolutely pelted every window next to each other. Like, we was walking, all you heard was
It's like
one to the left like that, and there was just egg dripping out the window. So I just went, fuck it. We was all just laughing, running like that.
It's absolutely iconic, yeah. It's like when you do 100 metres and you hear the and like, everyone just sets off running, yeah. When one person does it, yeah, and we don't do this anymore, by the way. We're grown men now. When you're kids, yeah.
It still comes back to me whenever someone's house gets egged round there. I'm obviously comes to me.
What goes around comes around.
I remember.
Out the game.
I remember I had to swear on my life to my dad that I'll never ever egg again. I had to say those words to him. I will never egg again. I've lived by it. To be fair,
there was a few big ones, weren't there? I think the ones that stand out were when we went on Richmond Park.
Oh yeah.
And sorry again.
And a chip paint.
Sorry again to cut in, yeah. For added context, I know it might sound quite self-explanatory, yeah. For people from Manchester, yeah, you obviously know what egging is, but we have audience from outside of Manchester, yeah, that might not know what the term is. Egging, yeah.
It's not always eggs, though. It's anything you can get.
I know.
Apples,
potatoes,
yogurts in the pot.
I know what you mean,
yeah.
Egging, yeah, was buying a big crate of eggs, yeah, and literally walking past houses and just dashing as many eggs at windows and doors.
It's not big and it's not clever. If your kids nowadays, not big and it's not clever.
Yeah,
but you've got a rush of blood.
Me and Liam,
you want to enjoy your childhood, do you?
Me and Liam used to throw stones at windows.
Right, that's just see we don't
stones at windows.
Vandalism, that.
We used to walk down fucking Cheatham's Road, mate, in Ducky after school with a fucking. We used to go. Me and Liam used to walk home and we'll go, which way we're walking? And look at me and we'll go, long way. And as soon as he said long way home, yeah, I knew exactly what was going down. We're walking up with people. Do you know, like when old people had them like stone drives? We're fucking shoveling up a big fucking pile of stone and just fucking dashing them over the fucking bushes and that. Yeah,
it's sick, man.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not big and it's not clever.
So, it was Richmond. I think probably in the years of 2012, 2013. If your house got hit with an egg. You're looking at who did it. There was apples, eggs, baked potatoes,
traffic cones.
I'm not being funny here. Sorry, a baked potato.
Mate, listen to
and
this
a window
one.
is worse than a stone, mate.
Uncle Ben's rent. A pack of Uncle Ben's
sorry, if Jamie Gay was here, yeah, a kebab. Yeah, for a kebab at someone's gas.
And then Liam Sharples did a can of dart fruit.
Fuck's sake, why did Liam not come on? I should have had Liam on. Liam, if you're watching it, you want to do part 2, Astley edition, yeah? Fucking shout me.
Didn't he get banned off Richmond Park for that?
Yeah.
We were never allowed back on.
Oh, that was it. I think.
I know what it was. There was about 20 of us.
We had the guy's house from school.
Yeah.
Who he's a good lad.
Oh yeah, he's good.
You know who you are. Sorry about that. But his dad used to give a good chase, so what we ended up doing was pelting his gaff. He put a post on Facebook saying something like. What did he put?
It was like yous getting about on Richmond Park,
vandalism. Houses, and someone put, "What's up, pal? Oh no, are you okay?" Other folks' kids, pal, egging houses. Names are being passed on to the police.
Scratch paintwork on my car.
But the thing is, they knew who Will was, so they went straight to obviously his mum and dad.
Yeah,
bit of a scapegoat, weren't you, really? At the time?
The thing is, yeah, because I was there, his dad actually come out when it happened, and there was about 20 of us. I can remember it. Yeah, there was loads of us, and his dad seen me, and at the time I didn't know.
Did he not shout at the time saying like?
I know your mum was something like that. It might have been, but I know that his dad seen me, and I didn't know that my mum and his mum and dad were mates. So then straight away, fucking bells my mum. And then like a couple of days after, fucking like PC Caroline or something belled me house and said I'm never allowed to step foot on Richmond Park again.
Till this day.
And I'm on not trying to sound like a bad man, but I'm on it like every day. So what are you gonna do? Do you know what I mean?
There was a bit of a period where I think we went at it too much. It was like every day.
Every weekend.
Every day. Then there was a house on the middle of Richmond which used to have a massive apple tree in the front garden. So we obviously clocked on, so the apple's getting obviously growing and they were just coming into season perfect. So as he was popping off the end of this tree, we're there looking at them thinking, you know how to buy eggs, I'll have a bit of that. So you picture this, yeah, you're a woman and a man sat in your front room enjoying your retirement, and all you see is about 5 or 6 12-year-olds like that, screaming swear words, ravaging your trees and your bushes, coming out with like pockets full of apples. And then obviously they prepared for it one day, didn't they?
Yeah,
so
yeah, come out.
we walked into the circle because it was like a little circle.
Yeah.
And we was like, right, go on then. So obviously we've all legged it over to the bushes, and then like fucking the person whose house it was and all the neighbours just bounced out the front doors.
What a chase.
Trying to grab hold of anyone.
I can remember, yeah, you got that bait at that tree, because where the tree was, like I said, it was like a little cul-de-sac, and there was a ginnel alongside it. And sometimes, to get the apples and not get caught, we used to fucking crawl on all fours, yeah, up to the tree like commando, and like get an apple off, and then turn around and crawl back so they'd see us, because eventually they put a light out on the front. And the light used to come on, if the light come on, then they knew obviously someone was there. But,
Yeah, there's not many bigger adrenaline rushes, yeah, than getting a chase.
Oh, mate.
Used to go out. I've been out numerous times when I was younger, yeah, specifically to get a chase.
Therefore.
Should we go and get a chase? Who's coming getting a chase? There's honestly, there's not many bigger adrenaline rushes than that.
Back to egging, missing a big story here.
I remember.
You know which one it is, don't you?
Well, Paul.
The Ducky Park, couple year above.
Olders.
Oh.
So
I went there.
in Ducky there's a Premier. For some reason.
Shop.
Premier shop.
Premier.
It's the one with the yellow and purple banner. For some reason, they started selling 20 eggs for £2. 20 eggs for £2.
They knew they were open
Think
stock,
about it. Kids walking around Ducky, literally holding the tray of eggs like that, trying not to make them crack. So then obviously we got a bit headstrong, went to Ducky Park, seen a few of the people from school who was in year 11 at the time. I think we was in year 8 or year 9.
It was 2 year above, I think.
Thought, fuck it, why not? Started chucking eggs over the trees. They were coming down like little dive bombers, spinning through the air like that, hitting towards the target. So they're all playing footy on the green, and you can just see them looking around with eggs smashing on the floor next to him. And then obviously I hit one of them on the shoulder like that. And obviously the big meathead looked up, and we was all stood at the top of this hill. We was quite a good way away, and we was all going like that, fuck off. And next thing you know, meatheads just started running up the hill like Terminator like that. So we obviously shit it. It was half the size of them, trying to run as quick as we could. Our legs wouldn't take us as fast as we wanted. So we've hid in between these garages, thinking, right, they won't find us there, and then fucking they obviously come to that area and like, where the fuck are they? And we're like hid in between these garages, and we just obviously bottled it and just fucking legged it out right in front of him. Just seen Aiden getting took out by the clothesline.
Aiden get battered, they're all smacking Aiden on, a bit bangers actually, innit? But fuck me, mate, that's actually crazy, that, you know. That's the risk, innit, I guess. But again, at that time, I was mad to that adrenaline rush.
I was addicted to it. We used to do it every single day. It was a 6-week holidays between year 8 and year 9. It was either Richmond or through Newton.
Yeah.
Eggs or obviously the Gold Luke Redfern. He's not here today. We don't really speak to him much anymore.
Miss you, Luke.
But I think he was the one that.
That's why he's egg firm,
with the
mate.
genius ideas.
Yeah, the
at that time,
rocket arm.
At that time, you could get away with murder really, because obviously we were still pretty young and that. So yeah, we just literally did all sorts of mad shit. I remember once went to an house party after school, obviously Friday night, and our kid here on the camera. Were obviously, I think the girl whose house party it was didn't actually get permission from a mum that we could do it. So when she used to turn up, once she used to turn up, and she'd see loads of lads in her house, obviously she'd kick off. And I remember she's obviously coming screaming and shouting out, "Hey lads, get the fuck out of my house!" So we've all headed for the door, and we're like, "Jordan, come on." And he's going like that, slamming this thick door that's built like a bank vault. Door, thick steel. He's going, slamming it on its hinges, going, it's not shutting. I'm going, Jordan, come on, it's not shutting, and all I heard was, me fucking leg! My leg stuck in the door frame, and he's slamming this big steel door on this fucking woman's leg. He got his shit. Somehow he ended up on a Friday night at like 1 in the morning. He ended up going back into school. So obviously when he went back into school on the Monday, he got in some proper shit for it. He ended up having to buy her flowers and then writing her a card.
Please let me know.
Mate, have you ever had that? Yeah, mate. There was a time, right? I swear down in school, and I can't remember what she was called. Beth, yeah. And I don't know what lesson it was. I think it was in French or something. And she got fucking. She was in shit for something. She got sent out of class. And as she's walking past her, I've stuck my leg out like that and tripped her up, and she's fallen over in class. And she stood up crying her eyes out and lobbed a shoe at me, like, and just fucked off, and it's been going mad. But what I was getting onto, have you ever had that when like a head teacher will come in and go, right, I need you to write down a statement of every single thing that happened. Have you ever had that? And you have to write like a police statement and they go through it and compare them both. The fucking...
I remember.
Some of the stuff the teachers used to do.
Mr. Russell. Sorry mate, you carry on.
No, that was literally it,
So
really.
Mr. Russell, the old teacher at the time, fuck Mr. Russell. I had a 20p coin in my hand and I chucked it. And then obviously I'll turn around and fucking a teacher stood behind me. Obviously I was aiming for someone's face with the 20p coin.
Someone's face.
It's like, you outside my office now.
So one of the stories, if you've got to dash a 20p coin at someone,
Do you know
you
what,
just
yeah?
get the right person.
We actually, I know he's alive, Wyatt, but Iggy Laggy Doyle, he done some fucking funny shit in school, man. He wanted to come on as well, but I said we're already booked up. But
Doyle is hands down one of the most iconic characters in
the area.
He's
He's known across the land, isn't he? He's continental, Doyle. He's known around the world.
He is.
I remember him throwing a bread roll at a certain someone's head, yeah, and it was probably the best shot I've ever seen in my life. And it fizzed through the air like a fucking one of them aero rifles that just goes like that, yeah, and did a fucking like 360 and twatted her on the head. And it was like one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life.
I think me and Bobby was watching that happen. And
I
I
was
swear
there,
to God,
was
she going like that?
Yeah, and then she,
Pointing at her eyes, she obviously couldn't get her words out, she's going...
yeah, she ran back over, she was like, ah, you twat! What, that same person who's, I'm not going to pay her out, she's not going to watch it because God knows what she's doing now, but all I know is that someone in her family's got a Guinness World Record.
Oh, she's still there, mate.
She's there, yeah.
Still
What
there,
for?
Pay homage.
yeah. Fastest crushing maker in the south.
In UK.
That's the crusher. What's in a KFC crusher?
Yeah, the fastest crushing maker in UK. Parent is.
Yeah, that's off.
Mad that, innit? It's got a song as well. We're not going to sing that though. Probably for the best.
But yeah, for school, yeah, like school. Like, would you? Obviously, we all enjoyed school, yeah, but like,
Would you go back to school if you had the chance?
100%. You know what? Yeah, I know it's quite a cliche thing to say, yeah, but if I could go back to school with the brain that I've got now, I'd fucking piss
You
it.
take for granted, don't you?
Oh,
when
you
do
do,
school
Mate,
days,
I wouldn't
like.
do anything differently, mate.
Everyone's
if I went
pa-
back to school, I'd do the
Everyone's
exact-
parents
do the
says,
exact
like, I
same.
remember, mate, growing up, yeah, my dad used to go, like, fucking, telling you right now,
Yeah, yeah.
they're the best years, the school years are the best years of your life, and you're like, yeah, fucking whatever, dad. But realistically, they actually are, do you know what I mean? Like, some of the stuff that you used to get up to and get away with is crazy.
Yeah.
But at the same time, yeah, hindsight makes it funny, but when you was in shit at school, you sometimes you thought it was genuinely the end of the world. didn't you?
Defo, bro.
Do you know what I mean?
Like, I always think now, like, I used to get in shit sometimes, and at the time I'd be flapping it and like, but imagine you went back to school now and you got in shit, you'd just be like, shut the fuck up. And obviously it wouldn't even matter, would it really? But at the time, it seems like the end of the world. You can get in trouble for something so stupid, like chatting in class or something, and like someone telling you off and you're like,
It's Jerome, mate. She used to live.
oh mate.
She used to live for bollocking us,
Yeah,
our group,
she actually hated us.
me, you, Jordan, Luke,
Like,
obviously Doyle was. She used to love it.
I think-
My journal was majority written out
Yeah.
by Miss Jerome.
chatting in class. I think we've all had teachers in school that like just had it out for us.
No,
That's the way I feel anyway. There's
100%.
definitely a couple, but there's a couple sick as fuck teachers as well. Like some teachers that you all think are min, and then there's some that are just, and there's some that were fit as well.
Yeah, we had some fit teachers at
We
my
had
school.
some
yeah.
fire teachers.
Everyone says at my school, yeah, Astley, yeah, it's a shithole. Everyone said it was scruffy, but I'm telling you straight up right now, we had some of the fittest teachers about. And if any of you are out there and want to come on the pod or even go out for a drink or anything, yeah, just shout me in it.
Astley definitely didn't have the fittest
I'm
teachers.
telling you straight up that I wish someone from Astley was in this room right now, yeah, because we genuinely had some of the most attractive teachers ever, mate. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Miss Gaskell, yeah, if you're watching,
Heard about her.
DM me in it. DM me in it.
Joey was fire at our school. Back in day, I thought Miss Blakeo. Remember Miss Blakeo?
English teacher,
Yeah.
She got with Mr. Ivor.
Yeah, I know they're having a bit. I don't know if we can disclose this, but they were having a bit of an affair, weren't they? And then and then she quit, and he was like depressed out his head. I've seen her driving home. I've seen him driving home from school because you know where the Angel Pub is on King Street. He had a flat next to that, or she did, and I've seen them like driving towards that and fucking after school and that sort of death. I was shining. So big up Mr. Igo, yeah, you're a real G.
He was alright. He was alright.
Yeah, he was.
alright.
He was just a miserable cunt, but he was
Yeah,
shagging
he
Miss
was.
Blakeo.
Here's a question, yeah.
Miss Igo now, because I'm pretty sure they're married, you know. Swear Brown.
Would you have the bottle to put it on one of your teachers? No.
Have you seen them?
Yeah. Would you have the bottle to put it on them?
I'm a shitbag.
At the moment,
I
mate,
know.
I'm taken, so...
Oh yeah, he like can't.
Hypothetically speaking.
Hypothetically, yeah, I would.
So yeah, you would.
Obviously, if no one in particular, but I don't think I would avoid it.
If I had a few whiskey and cokes, I might stick it on one of them, but
Yeah, I think it's all well and good saying it now, but realistically, if you was face to face with one of your old teachers, yeah, it'd be a tough. It'd be a tough.
I had a
ask,
look
wouldn't it?
on. I was looking on Facebook the other day at some of the teachers. Miss Grundy,
oh yeah.
Mr. Fitton,
Oh, yeah.
George Fitton,
Someone said
Friedo.
Yeah, I was gonna say Friedo. Someone put a picture of him there. It might have been you actually.
Yeah.
What a guy! What a geezer, man. Iconic teachers, yeah, that you'll just never forget about. Well, that teacher had one arm. It's Friedrich. And
He's got lots in the
Wood tech
cupboard,
teacher.
lots in his own.
Here's a story, right? Oh, I wish someone from school. That's why I wish someone from school was here. Yeah, but Jamie, I know you're watching. You're here in spirit, yeah. Because we mentioned it the other night that we was going to tell this story. We're talking about wood tech, yeah. We had to make these little mini chairs or something, and we had that teacher, yeah, Mr. Fraser, right? I swear down. Do you like that video? Don't do foreign.
No,
Don't like foreign.
anything foreign.
You see that video? That guy? I swear down, yeah. Oh mate, Webbs, I'm gonna find it right now, yeah. Well, after, and I'm gonna email it you. Well, we'll text you a link. It went viral, yeah. You know what I mean, don't you?
Yeah.
That was genuinely our wood tech teacher. That's him. I'm not even taking. He worked at my school. He was our teacher, right? On one lesson, yeah. Long story short, do you remember them little thin saws with the little?
Yeah, the little
Tiny
like,
ones.
yeah.
We smashed up 30 of them in one lesson.
Used to be well expensive.
Every single saw, yeah, we'd swatted every single one off these tables, yeah, and broke them in half, and we hid them all behind this big shelf. We shut them all down there, yeah. And Mr. Fraser sat everyone down and went, "You're not leaving till we find these saws." And we blamed it on this kid called Graham Connolly, right? Who was a freak. Sorry, Graham. I know you're not watching yet, but he's
Poor
not.
Graham, man.
He's puddled.
I think you're alright, Greg.
He's puddled. We blamed it all on him. We basically said that Graham snapped all these saws, yeah. 30 of these saws, smashed them all up to bits.
So I can remember,
shoved them all behind this thing.
There was like a pandemic at our school in like year 11 when in one of the tech classes, there was 3 of them, weren't there? There was textiles, wood tech and something else, can't remember what the other one was. No, like all that block. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it's like something like that, yeah. Then there was like that one where, well, like textiles where there's sewing and all that. And when you had to do that lesson in year 9 or something like that, everyone had to do it. Remember when all the fucking knives and that were going missing?
It was the needles, weren't it?
Yeah, all the needles.
Yeah.
They were getting sold around school for £2 a pop.
They were getting
Little
nicked
knives.
of people that we know as well.
No names.
No, I'm not disputing
That's
names there.
incriminating, yeah.
But
straight up.
like nicking these knives and then like shotting them around the school, and there was like letters getting sent home and that, because it was actually a big thing.
You'll remember this one. There used to be some weird, over-exaggerated stories that used to go around school, and I remember Kyle Wilkinson said that there was an house that people used to try and get chased
Oh yeah!
called Wolfie.
Wolfie.
And apparently, if you did knock a door on her house, you'd run out on all fours. And Kyle said once when he was like that going to her house to do knock a door run or something, and apparently he looked up and she was up a tree and just pissed on his head.
No, it's the other way around. He did knock a door on, he was in a garden and he climbed up the tree while she was underneath.
She pissed on his head.
He pissed on her head. Mate, Gilco, yeah?
Gilco.
He has some stories. on in. Do you remember a girl, I'm not going to say her name, in year 7 who told me that her grandmother was the first woman to walk on the moon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
GBS.
Yeah, GBS. There was some absolute gas heads in school, man.
Did you ever get that at school? Yeah, where like there was like a meeting, like in like an assembly or something. Like yeah, everyone. Or there's they'll send a letter out to everyone. Or like a letter or something. It's like there's a suspicious man in a white van driving around the local area. Just be careful and all that. Get your parents to pick you up and all that. And like miraculously, the next day, there'd be like 15 people going. "You got fucking chasing him last night. You fucking grabbed me now. Fucking, you know what I mean?"
Did you ever like see a homeless guy in your school? Because like Ashley on the Astro behind it, there was like bare hobos living.
What, on the back is?
Yeah.
There's a guy called. He's not with us anymore. A guy called Paul Mott. Do you remember him?
Paul Mott.
Yeah, from Newton. An homeless guy. Pretty iconic, really.
Paul Mott.
Do you remember him? Do you remember Dancing
Defo,
Steve?
bro, you would.
Oh yeah.
Defo.
We would have. I'm gonna
Defo.
say. I know the name, but I can't.
We've
remember
defo
his.
seen that.
He was an iconic home. I don't think he's with us anymore, is he? I think he died. I think he died a few years ago. But yeah. He was iconic. Dancing Steve, do you remember him in Hyde? Down in Hyde. He's like, if you're from Manchester, well, from Tameside, you know about Dancing Steve.
Yeah, if you know
This
what
guy,
you know.
yeah, multicoloured guitar down Hyde and singing. I swear he used to smash it up all the time. He smashed it with guitar.
No top on, didn't he?
Yeah, no top. He died as well a few years ago. Well, rest in peace, Dancing Steve.
Some icons around here, man, in and out of school.
Yeah. Do you remember prom? What was your prom like?
Bro, it was our prom. It was today. This day, like 7 years ago or something.
Well, I thought it was shit, mate.
Yeah, it was shit.
It was shit.
It was proper shit.
Was it?
It just
Went
like
to
mates.
Smokies in
Oldham.
wherever it was, Ashton Oldham.
Yeah.
For me, it was shit. And then
couldn't-
obviously we went to like a
Feel afterwards.
field after.
Golfies, wasn't it?
I didn't go.
I didn't go.
I had cricket
I
next
think I
day.
went for about an hour or something. But it was
Well, we weren't allowed to drink, were we, or anything? Because obviously we were still under
We
age.
were bladdered those. We rocked up bladdered.
Yeah, we weren't allowed to take anything or drink anything.
Did you have a drink beforehand? Honestly, I swear to
Ours
God.
was early. We were there.
Was
It was
it?
like proper light and that.
Oh right, was it?
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah, mate. We I actually had pre-drinks at my old house. There's a picture of us all stood outside my old, you know, one next door to you. Yeah. Literally, all of us there. We all got fucking pissed in my house, and we all jumped in this minibus down. And we got there, and we all rocked up, bladdered, and all the teachers that looking at us saying like they're fucking drunk and all that. But they just allowed it. It was 6 with
Yeah,
that.
that's fair enough.
I think you should put that
so-
picture on screen of you at prom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's
iconic one.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, yeah. Grant, the one that Grant's got on a canvas. Yeah, right. Fuck's sake, I'm gonna out myself.
Bird nest on your head.
Speaking of Grant, finish what you're saying.
I was going to say, this picture, yeah, literally, I thought it'd be a sick idea to slick, I grew my hair out and I thought, I'll slick it right back. And I've gelled it right back like that, yeah. 5 minutes later, it's just all pushed itself forward. So it's literally sort of like, yeah, it's 40 pictures there anyway, innit? So, have your laughs. Go on.
I remember it was carnage, mate. Dinner time, everything getting chucked about the yard, and I was out of the picture, just like watching mayhem just happen. And I was just watching Grant, and he was just stood there minding his own business. Someone had an apple in their hand, a big apple, and they fucking dashed it with some power. And it just, I was watching it fly through the air and it smashed right on the mouth.
Oh yeah, Grant, the apple
The
story
apple
with Grant,
dropped,
yeah,
and I
got
just
it.
looked at him and he just like
Spat
spitting
seeds
out
out.
loads of apples, loads of bits of apple.
Let me say to you, the tree growing out of his ear.
And then,
Oh dear, mate.
I think Jordan will agree on the one in the LRC with Will and Eggfern.
Yeah, trying
Do you remember when he,
I know.
Unreal.
When he got Will's eye got spat in. But it weren't spit, it was gauze. It was gauze.
So,
Some God, did you right?
We're talking about Egg Firm, right? Egg Firm was, and is still a goat in really of old school days. Me and him were big mates. And he was stood over me there.
He knocked on Will's house once. And when was it your brother?
It was my brother, it was my
He got
brother.
his balls out.
He got his balls, I think it was from me. And Jack went to the door. And he went like, and then his balls rapping. Imagine that though, bro.
Yeah, so we was in the library, and I think Will and Luke were like bickering all.
It was a little squabble.
And Luke said something like, Will was sat on a seat, and Luke was stood behind him. It's like Luke gently grabbed his head and like tilted his head back, and Will was looking up at him.
Nah, because he was like,
He went, I'll spit in your eye.
I went, go on then, spit in it then.
And he like dribbled out the mouth, trying to like suck it back in. And before he got a chance to suck it back in, it just like left his mouth. So a massive fucking thing just dropped right in Will's eye like that. And he like rubbed it in with his thumb.
Nah, it went on my eyelid there, right? And he said he tried to scoop it out, yeah. Just done like that, and I've got up, yeah, and he's ran out the LRC. And all that day we were meant to have a scrap later on, right? But obviously we were big mates. And we were meant to have a scrap later that day, yeah. I can remember on the courtyard, like waiting till a fight, yeah. I've got my little night drawstring bag on, like 40 man round me.
Went up to each other and just
Nah,
and
do you know what happened, yeah? Harley come up to me and was like, "There's no need to fight, mate, like, he's sweet about it, like, we're all sweet." So then Luke was over there and he come up to me and we were stood there and he was like, "Well, we'll call it quits," and shook hands. But I can remember like walking up to like that event on outside the art bit. And like, Wheat was with me and he was like, "You need to fucking kill him, bro." I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna fucking kill him, mate."
They had a bit of a barney, didn't they, outside the gate?
Yeah.
Luke Redfern was saying to him, what was Luke saying to
Come
him?
on,
He was
have it on blocks.
He's going, "Have it on blocks." And
Have it
Luke,
on blocks.
And Derwent was going,
Have it here.
"Have it here." And Luke was going,
Have
"On
it
blocks." And he went, "Have it here." And he went, "On blocks." And Luke just fucking smacked him with a massive left hand, mate. It was like that. You didn't even see it, did you? It just went poof like that. And Luke's head just went like that. Like he connected perfectly, mate. It was bang on. And Luke just like shook his head like that. Like spat on the floor. And he was like, "On block."
He hit him, yeah, it was like a slap. Like that, yeah, Luke just went, right? And he went, "Have it on blocks." We'd already been slapped, yeah, and then, oh, it was actually bangers. I walked over him and it weren't good.
Luke used to always get grabbed after lesson, didn't he?
Yeah,
on
he
a
did.
Friday at fucking R3 for SLTs. He used to read out a list of like the people who had a debt with their teacher. And you used to have to stay on a Friday night after school, didn't you, for like an hour or 2 hours or something. And like every week it was fucking Luke Redfern. And he just used to point blank refuse. I'm not coming. I'm not coming.
If I could say, yeah, Luke, if you're watching this, yeah, just get in touch with us, mate, because fucking hell, we had some good fucking times. We actually really did. I know anyone from All Saints. Oh yeah, I will actually say as well. I know anyone from All Saints will be the same. And obviously, the last episode we spoke a bit about All Saints, or the one before that. I had loads of people DMing me saying like about it, like, "Oh, it was mint, proper funny and that." And a couple of people DM me saying we should have like a fucking reunion. Like all the people that actually went there who would come, like all the lads and that girls. You know, like all the ones that were our mates, and even the ones that weren't, like even that won't come out. We should all link up again, so if any of you are watching, yeah, fucking DM me, yeah.
We didn't speak to Luke for like 2 years, for whatever reason.
He come out that one time, didn't he?
I remember we were like, "Come on, we'll go and get Luke out." So what we did was we went shop, bought a pack of eggs, just knocked on his door. He opened the door and I just went like that and showed him the eggs. And he just started smirking. Like, "Come in while I get ready." Not seen him for time. I spoke to him for like a year or 2. Couldn't turn that down, could I? I think that was when you did that to Fingy's house on Richmond. What was
I think it could have been. Yeah, I think it could have been. You know, remember the modem?
Fucking hell.
Dad, there's a modem here. What is a modem? Fucking hell, mate. Crazy, pal.
Them days though, when you called it LSU, us. John, it was that room, the little walls that were stuck from the desk there, and you used to sit there face the wall all day.
Yeah.
I was in there for a couple of days, me when I robbed some birds dinner pass and bought pure scramble.
Oh yeah.
Spent all the free school meals then as one go.
I let Benito and Bobby cut me hair. I think I had like a 1, I had like a 2 on top and a 0 back and sides. It was like 2 days old, so it was like grown perfect. Do you know what I mean? You get that time after a trim. It was like 2 days old. Like it was fucking perfectly like length and that, and somehow they managed to fucking blag my head to let them cut me hair. Like, "Yeah, well it'd be sick, we'll do a fucking good fade and that." Like, I remember I was on the toilet like that, pretty pissed up as well to be fair, and I like moved back and I just went like that. I could hear them both laughing behind me, like trying to hide it. Fucking showed it me. I just had like a little tuft of hair on the top of my head.
Well, I can
slept with
remember.
a hat on, a fucking woolly hat.
I can remember when I had bad long hair, in school.
Featherhead.
Yeah, featherhead. Once I come in, my hair was proper long, I didn't have a trim, so one night I just got some scissors, and I just went like that, wet my hair down, and just cut all my fringe off like that. But I used to have long hair like Bieber and sweep it to the side. I just cut all the bottom of my fringe like that, I swear it might have been you who said like, "Fucking hell, have you cut your fringe?" And I was like, No. I was like, don't worry about me. But I fucking had done that, and I had to go to the barbers and tell him, yeah. And I was that embarrassed to tell the barber when I went Graham's Barbers, Chip cut my hair. And I was like, yeah, I need you to sort my hair out, mate. He was like, wow, what's happening? I went, fucking, I had to cut all my fringe off, and he was laughing his head off at me. He was like, how have you done that? I was like, lost a bet on FIFA, didn't I? I was like, I had to do it myself. He was like, oh, fair play, respect. And then he sorted my hair out for me, but fuck me, that was embarrassing.
Childhood, man.
Dead trims, man.
Childhood, man. Yeah, mate. I don't understand you. Why did you get in shit at school for having a bad haircut?
I got
what was wrong with that?
Put in fucking whatever it will call.
Don Bosco. Yeah.
The DB for having an extreme fucking hairstyle. Extreme hairstyle, like I'm some fucking radicalised extremist. I mean, I was fucking 15 years old with a skinhead.
But if you look smart, right, I think I'm sure.
I heard talking about extremist shit, it's actually pretty mad. As a kid, I really can't name names yet, but there was I bumped into one of my old teachers, my old PE teacher, in the gym a couple of years ago now, talking about school and all that. And no, that's a lie, you know. I told my old teacher at the gym when I saw him. There's a guy that I used to work with at a clothes shop, yeah, and he told me about some kid that he knows that's fucked off to
ISIS.
Islamabad or something like that.
Yeah, he's fucked off.
Done a Shamina Bagel.
Yeah, he's joined ISIS. He said yeah, he's been radicalised and joined all that.
There's a few heads from our school that I won't put that past. Obviously we don't speak to them or anything, but I'm not going to go into names and that, but I won't put it past a couple of the fucking people who went all Saints and
Our school just had ridiculous characters, like all different types of people.
You had proper posh people, proper fucking unbelievably smart people who've gone on to like fucking
Oxford.
What did Fingy had a dive ball? Where did she go?
I think she went
to like Oxford or is it Cambridge?
Yeah, one of them two. She was at Ashton. I can remember she went by primary school.
Smart.
When she was in year 5, she was doing like year 8 work and that. You know, them mega smart kids. She's actually a genius.
She used to proper talk with a dead posh voice.
Yeah, really posh. Even though she lived in Ashton. Yeah. Shout out Hannah Dyball. I was actually good friends with her back in the day. She went to primary school, and I'm pretty sure her mum's like a maths teacher or a maths genius, and she was actually pretty sound. She played footy in that as well, so.
She used to get involved with lads, didn't she?
Yeah.
Playing Megs and that with a Lucas Abel.
Mate, do you know what? Yeah, that is iconic. I'm sure every school
played footy with. You played footy with fucking pen lid.
Yeah, literally.
We were pretty blessed though, because we had an Astro as a sports college, man. So we had sick facilities, to be fair.
Mate, we had a red grass that was just covered in bird shit all the time.
Shit. If you went over that on a wet day,
oh, you're in trouble.
You were going home getting changed, or you were wearing your PE kit for the rest of
the day. We had a massive field, yeah, but we only had one pitch that was like playable. We had that one in the left corner that was always had like geese swimming in it and like bird shit everywhere. And you weren't allowed to go on it. Well, you could go on it, but you just didn't want it in the summer.
People used to go and smoke on the field and you used to think it were bait. There'd be like 7 or 8 people all in a circle, like with the blazers round each other like that, with just smoke.
Remember that sand pit where they did long jump? They'd be sat either side of that, like all smoking.
Be like that doing fucking long jumping, peeing, you'd just be fucking sick. Yeah, in the sand pit. Like, you know, what's that doing there?
Fuck me, man.
Leah Cochran.
Oh dear. There was a few others, weren't there, as well? That all.
Jess Harrison.
Yeah, loved the tab. You know what I mean? I can remember Aaron always like, yeah, I'm going to go over that one. And I walked over his ones and like twos on it.
Tab, didn't he?
Oh, wait. Yeah, he still does, doesn't he?
Chevel.
Oh, Chevel. Actually,
we had too many characters.
We had our own police force in our didn't we? Fucking Jordan Farrington.
Yeah.
Sergeant used to go around inspecting everyone.
Yeah. Well, he's a security guard now, isn't he? Like proper
bouncer.
No, security guard. I swear he's a security guard on Crown Point. You know, like he's doing really well.
Is it?
Yeah.
At one point in school, and I'm not gonna beat around the bush about it. It was a bit of a knobhead.
Yeah.
But I suppose he's probably grown up a bit now.
Yeah. Well.
But in school, mate, I didn't really get along with the guy because I just thought it was a bit of a. He was always just looking for some kind of fucking kick-offs and that. It's like he was just trying to.
He used to always walk,
trying to prove himself to
everyone. Him and Gashead and Shithead and that. Yeah. But he's a security guard now, and he is doing pretty good for himself apparently. I swear he was doing bodybuilding, wasn't he?
He went massive.
He was huge as well.
Fucking massive.
Wow, fuck me.
Felt like a bloke.
Honestly, yeah, there actually is, like, realistically, if you think about it, we could probably name about 40 kids that just went to our school that are all just like mad people, mad characters, like just so different. You know what I mean? All characters like mint, and it's mad how now you get older. Like we only speak to like from our school. From our school,
Don't speak to many people.
how many
from
people do you
school,
speak
mate.
to from school now?
Mate, you could probably
Realistically?
count it on one hand.
What about you, Jen?
Same, straight up. So me and we had a little quick reunion with Jamie the other day, which was nice.
Yeah.
Because me and Jamie, as I say, who was supposed to be coming on, we were good mates in school. We used to knock about with each other all the time. But that was literally straight up like one hand. Yeah, one hand.
I can think of maybe obviously you two.
The thing is, though,
Gosh.
with school, for a period, my mum lives round here in G Cross, and then obviously school was in Ducky. So most of the time, if I was going to be fucking going out with these after school, it'd be a bit of a bar, like.
Yeah, you'd have to come after school,
I'd
wouldn't
have
you?
to
Like
come
come to
fucking
my
back down
house
here,
or
so-
something.
I'd obviously speak to the people around here sometimes after school, and then like go to Ducky and then chill with all these. So in a way, I've been lucky because I'm
Like two
got
groups
to know
almost,
loads-
innit? it?
Got to know quite a lot of people through that.
It is mad, mate. But they always say that, don't you? Like you start off in primary, loads of mates. Secondary, you got loads of mates. Then you go college and it gets smaller. Uni smaller. And yeah, it's life, innit? I reckon most kids. I don't know how every other kid's childhood's been like with secondary school, but I know mine was fun. Like
Yeah,
we
mine
had a good time in it.
I'd probably say that
Some of the best years of your life.
that year 8 to year 9
9,
was probably the best one of the best years of my life. I was never like, I never seemed to be like bored or like unhappy.
You're either always
I was
out or you're
always
smashing fucking PlayStation, playing zombies and shit like
we'd
that.
either be on zombies together, or if we were on zombies together, we'd be out from like fucking 10 o'clock till 10 o'clock.
Yeah,
Monday to Sunday throughout the holidays, staying
Crazy,
at
innit?
someone's house.
Those were the days, mate. Those were the days.
I reckon that everyone like, I reckon because in Tameside, like the borough where we're from in Greater Manchester, like it's relatively like it's not deprived, but it's quite a poor-ish area compared to other places. So I think that all the public schools in Tameside, I can imagine, are probably quite similar. Like there were better ones about.
Yeah. Like secondary
But-
schools, yeah. I mean, we're not the poorest place, definitely.
We were probably 100% probably bottom two though. Easy.
What
I'd say.
I'll say.
That's what I'd
What
say,
do you reckon,
so.
like Copley
The
and
old died set.
Yeah, old
Cop-
dad
like
back.
Cop-
Copley was pretty
Copley
bad.
was bad,
yeah, Copley as well. Like not slagging you off with them schools, but like what else was there? Mosley.
Mostly was
Obviously,
fucking
Alder.
sick, mate.
Yeah,
Slowly
Alder.
out everything.
Alder was nice.
Yeah.
Well, other secondary schools around here. That's it. Like Denton Community
Denton,
College.
Audi Boys and West Hill, they were the good ones over there.
Still,
They were the best about them two at the time.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I swear West Hill's a bit of a shithole now, isn't it?
Probably is.
I
To be
think it
fair.
is, but
Yeah.
anyways.
That was mad. That was mad. I used to want to go West Hill because it was an all boys school, so I wanted to like do sports and that. But all my family went All Saints, so I had to go fucking All Saints, didn't I? Which I'm glad I did, to be fair.
I didn't even put Astley down, me. I remember me, yeah, I didn't even pick Astley. Astley picked me. Because do you remember
That's not a good thing.
Yeah, trust me, it's really not a good thing, innit? But I remember, like, because I went to primary school in G Cross. I went to G Cross Primary, Trinity Mid. And then I moved, because I used to live in G Cross, and I moved to Newton. And then I moved there halfway through primary. And it was based off where you lived, wasn't it, really, what secondary school you got. And I remember putting down on my options, I put Alder down as my first choice, and I think I put...
That's something to do with your primary as well.
Yeah.
And I
I put-
put up at Astley.
Yeah, and honestly, I didn't even put it down, and I ended up at Astley, and I was like, oh, but that's within it. I was buzzing because Liam was there, because I was knocking about with Liam at the time, so but I didn't even put it down, mate, I got given it.
I had All Saints, then Alder, then West Hill.
Yeah, mine was All Saints, West Hill. And I put it twice because I didn't know anywhere else, and I just thought I'd put West Hill. And I knew I was going to go All Saints anyway, because I didn't have a chance.
Yeah, that's mad.
Fucking gay that.
But I reckon in the comments and on the Instagram and all that, people like let us know what weird, random, wacky shit happened to you at your school.
Yeah. Did you enjoy school or not?
Let us know.
Fucking let us know, man.
If you like these little nostalgia sessions and you want us to do any more of them, let us know.
It's like a throwback thing. We should fucking, do you know what, yeah? I'm just thinking about it now, we should have released this on like a Thursday. Like, we should have a different segment. Like a Thursday throwback thing.
Just so everyone knows, I've let a lot of people off the hook without going into details, especially a man over there in a black tracksuit.
Yeah, it's like really off to do for that. No, because we're in the public eye, and if I got exposed, then I probably wouldn't have a podcast.
Yeah,
anymore.
some seriously sick
Just wanna wait one
cancel
more,
worthy.
I just want to make one more shout out just want to shout out Tasty Bites.
On that note, I think we're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah.
Right,
Respect
no,
everyone.
it's been good, Tony, coming on.
Yeah,
Appreciate it,
respect.
mate.
Pleasure, pal.
My driller. Right.
See you later.
See you in a bit.